Hello, welcome to the University of Kentucky Hand Tools Safety, brought to you by the Division of Environmental Health and Safety. This training session on hand tools, which has been designed for anyone that uses hand tools in the course of their work. By the end of the training session, you will be able to identify the hazards of hand tools, take precautions against injury, understand common safety practices for specific types of tools. Hand tools are non-powered tools that require human force in order to function and include anything from axes to wrenches. Other common types include screwdrivers, hammers, punches, hand saws, chisels, files, snips, axes, knives, box cutters, wrenches, pry bars, hooks, and pliers. The greatest hazard posed by hand tools result from misuse or improper maintenance. Using a screwdriver as a chisel and the tip breaks. Wooden handle is damaged and the head of the hammer flies off. Wrench with jaw springs slips and your hand strikes another object. Impact tools such as a chisel with a mushroom head shatters into fragments. It is easy to overlook the hazards associated with using hand tools. However, hand tools cause thousands of workplace injuries each year. Some common hazards associated with hand tools are cuts or lacerations from a knife, saw, or other tool with a blade, being struck by flying debris from a shattered tool or from material such as wood shavings, metal slivers, and rock chips on which the tool is being used. This flying debris could strike your eye and cause a serious eye injury. Puncture wounds from a pointed sharp tool, such as a screwdriver. Abrasions and contusions from striking your thumb with a hammer or from a slipping wrench when your knuckles strike a nearby object. Repetitive misuse of tools, for example, awkward grip, excessive grip, or an awkward position, can lead to musculoskeletal diseases. When selecting the right tool, consider the shape and size of the tool and the grip of the tool. The handle or grip of the tool should be comfortable to hold and should fit your hand properly. Do not select undersized tools. Consider the quality of the tool. Cheaper tools are more likely to break, get damaged, or become dull. Select high quality tools. Iron and steel hand tools can generate sparks, which are dangerous around flammable substances. Instead, use spark resistant tools made from brass, plastic, aluminum, or wood. And use insulated tools when working around electricity. Select tools that are rated for the voltage you will be working near. Also, do not work on or near energized electrical equipment unless you are properly trained. Ergonomics is an important part of hand tool safety. Hand tool use in the workplace often involves repetitive motion, awkward body positioning, and the use of force. All are indicators of potential ergonomic injury. Select tools that can be used effectively with less force, less repetitive movement, and less awkward positioning of the body. Select tools with handles that do not have any sharp edges or finger grooves. Finger grooves require you to place your fingers in a specific position on the handle, which may not fit your hand size properly. Select tools with handles that are coated with a soft material so the force of the hard object is not placing contact pressure on your hand, which could cause an ergonomic injury. Select tools with non-slip handles to maintain a better grip. Find tools that are angled appropriately to allow you to work with a straight wrist. Straight tools are not always the best option because you are required to put your wrist in an awkward angle in order to get the work done. Select tools that are designed to work in either hand. You can prevent some repetitive motion by switching hands. Find double-handed tools that are spring-loaded to return to the open position so you do not have to open the tool as well as close them. When carrying tools, use a toolbox, a tool holder, tool belt, or tool pouch to carry tools in order to protect yourself as well as the tool. Never carry sharp or pointed tools in your pocket. Carry sharp or pointed tools with a sharp edge or point away from your body. Just in case you slip or fall, you will not land on the sharp edge of the tool because it faces away from your body. Do not carry tools in your hand when climbing ladders. Use a belt, rope, or hoist. Do not lay tools down in a walkway where someone can trip over them or on a high edge where they could fall on someone. Hand tools to others. Do not throw them. Avoid repair and maintenance costs by purchasing the best quality tools. Your tools will last longer and are less likely to be damaged from proper daily use. Inspect tools for dull or damaged edges and damaged handles and grips. Wooden handles must be kept free of splinters or cracks and be held tight in the tool. Have a professional sharpen edges or tips of the tool and blades. Replace damaged handles or grips immediately. If a tool breaks or malfunctions, report it to your supervisor. Mark or tag damaged tools with "Do Not Use" in order to prevent a coworker from using the tool and getting injured. Hand tool hazards and injuries can be avoided by practicing general hand tool safety. Make sure no one is standing near you when you're using the tool unless they are wearing appropriate protective equipment. Anyone watching the work or working nearby could be injured. Create a safe work area by removing objects that may get in the way or that you could strike if the tool were to slip. Floors should be kept clean and dry to prevent slips or trips when using hand tools. It is important to have good footing. Secure the material that you're working on with a vise, clamp, or other support. If the material moves, you could become injured. Do not attempt to hold the material yourself. Too many injuries occur when this happens. Examine tools before each use for defects or signs of damage. When using hand tools, wear appropriate personal protective equipment, including safety glasses, work gloves, work boots with steel toes, and tough work gloves. Keep cutting tools sharp, well lubricated, and in good condition to be sure they work properly. Never wear loose clothing or jewelry, and tie back long hair when using hand tools. Mark damaged tools clearly and notify your supervisor. Do not work with oily or greasy hands because you are likely to lose your grip on the hand tool, which could result in an injury. Select the correct tool for the job and make sure it is the correct size needed for the job. Do not use tools that are loose, cracked, or otherwise damaged. Do not place tools on the edge of tables, workbenches, or other flat surfaces. A coworker could easily walk by that tool and be injured, especially if the tool has a sharp edge or blade. After using the tool, clean it and put it back in its proper place. Cleaning the tool will help maintain it. Putting the tool back will also make it easier to find it next time you need it. When using a screwdriver, select the right type of screwdriver head for the task. Do not try to use a flat head to turn a Phillips head screw. Select the right size head screwdriver for the task. The head should fit perfectly into the screw head. If the task requires a power grip, make sure the handle is 1 inch and 1/4 to 2 inches in diameter. It does not have sharp edges and has a soft surface. The correct handle size is needed to comfortably wrap your hand around the handle. Precision handles should be 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 inch diameter to easily operate the screwdriver with your fingers. Never use a screwdriver as a pry bar or chisel. You could bend the tip or shatter the handle. When using a hammer, inspect the handle for any signs of cracking, splits, or other deformities. Make sure the hammer head is firmly attached to the handle. Hold the hammer with a power grip, which includes all your fingers wrapped around the handle. Keep your offhand away from the hammer's strike zone. When using a punch, inspect the point to make sure it's sharp and not damaged in any way. If necessary, have it sharpened. Inspect the impact head to make sure it is in good condition. A mushroomed head is more likely to splinter or break when you strike the hammer. Hold the punch straight up and down with one hand. Strike it squarely with the hammer in your other hand. When using a chisel, inspect the blade. Make sure it is sharp and not chipped, and sharpen if needed. Inspect the handle and the impact head for any signs of damage. Do not use chisels if the impact head is mushroom. The handle is more likely to splinter or break apart when struck by a hammer. When using a chisel, do not point the blade toward your body. The chisel could go through the material and then strike your body. When using a file, make sure the file blades are clean and sharp. If the file has a handle, inspect it for any signs of damage such as cracks or splinters. File with a motion away from your body. Do not try to pry or hammer with a file. When using hand snips, blades should be sharp. Handle grip should be in good condition to prevent slippage. Spring-loaded handles should return to the open position. Wear cut-resistant gloves if cutting sheet metal, and cut away from your body. When using an axe, inspect the handle for any signs of cracking or splits. Make sure the axe head is firmly attached to the handle. Hold the axe with a power grip, which includes all of your fingers wrapped around the handle. Keep your offhand away from the axe strike zone. When using a two-handed axe, make sure the area around you is clear of obstructions and other people. Stand with a wide stance to make sure you have a good footing. Swing in such a way that if you were to miss the object you were trying to chop, the motion of your swing would not bring that axe back towards you and strike your body. When using a knife, inspect the blade to make sure it is sharp. Check the handle to make sure it is firmly attached to the blade and there are no signs of damage. Carry the knife safely by either closing the knife or inserting the knife into its sheath. If necessary, carry an open knife down by your side with the blade pointed down and away from your body. Always cut away from your body. Wear cut-resistant gloves on your offhand. Secure objects you are cutting with a vice grip or in another way. Do not hold the object with your other hand. Many knife-related injuries occur when a knife slips and cuts the hand holding the material being cut. When using a box cutter, inspect the blade to make sure it is sharp. Replace the blade if necessary. Check the handle to make sure it is firmly attached to the blade and there are no signs of damage. Close the blade whenever the knife is not being used and always cut away from your body. Wear a cut-resistant glove on your offhand. Secure work with a vise or clamp. Do not hold the object with your other hand. Many box cutter related injuries occur when the box cutter slips and cuts the hand holding material being cut. When disposing of a blade, please put the blade inside another container or place a sticker over the blade so it is no longer sharp. Many people are injured when taking the trash out and are cut by a blade in the trash. When using the wrench, inspect the jaws of the wrench. Wrenches, including adjustable, pipe, end, and socket wrenches, should not be used when jaws are sprung to the point that slippage occurs. Select wrenches that have non-slip, soft-coated handles. Turn wrenches towards your body because you have better control over the work. When possible, try to clear area around your wrench in case the wrench slips or the object you're working on breaks loose. That will prevent your hand from smashing into nearby objects. Do not use a cheater bar with a wrench to get the extra leverage you think you need. When using a crow or pry bar, inspect the bar for any signs of damage and cracks. Wear work gloves to protect your hands from metal spurs. Do not hammer between objects unless the crowbar or pry bar is designed to be hammered into place. Pull on the pry bar or crowbar in a smooth motion. Do not jerk the crowbar. Jerking may cause whatever you are prying to break or splinter, and you could go flying in the direction of your motion. When using a handsaw, make sure the blade is sharp. If not, sharpen the blade or replace it. Inspect the handle on the handsaw for signs of damage. Make sure the object you are cutting is in a vise or clamp. Cut back and forth in a smooth motion. Wear leather work gloves or cut-resistant gloves when handling saws. When using pliers, inspect the pliers for any signs of damage. Use pliers that have soft, non-slip grip handles. Use locking pliers if continuous force is needed to hold firmly to an object for a period of time. Select pliers that can be used in either hand. Some key points to remember. Keep all tools in good condition with regular maintenance. Use the right tool for the job. Examine each tool for damage before use and do not use damaged tools. Operate tools in accordance with the manufacturer's instructions and wear the appropriate PPE. And remember, at UK, safety begins with you. If you have additional questions, please feel free to reach out to our office. We are here to help. We are located at 252 East Maxwell Street in Lexington, Kentucky. We do have our website at http://ehs.uky.edu, or you can contact Michelle Lauer, the safety specialist, 859-257-9739, or email at mla263@uky.edu. Thank you for attending this course.